everybody, Ira Miller here, the Villages expert with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. So today, what I want to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about the traffic that is here in the Villages. Now we're winding down the 2023 season here in the winter, so a lot of the renters are going home now. Seasonal folks who have part-time homes, seasonal homes here in the Villages, they're going home. A lot of the visitors, everybody's kind of going back. It's April 20th today, and so we normally see that in kind of the slowest part of the whole season in the Villages now starts around now through May, and then it starts to pick back up in June. So I wanted to take this opportunity because there was a lot of traffic in the Villages this season. The Villages are getting huge, which creates a lot of traffic and as a result causes accidents. So I found this little brochure called, here you go, Your Guide to Navigating Roundabouts in Sumter County. Well, really, the only roundabouts in Sumter County, I believe, are in the Villages. So it probably should have said the Villages and what is a roundabout. But they kind of chose to use all of Sumter County rather than the Villages. Anyways, there's roundabouts in Lake County. There's roundabouts in Marion County. So I would imagine a lot of this kind of prevails. Although maybe not. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss a little bit about what Sumter County says about roundabouts in Sumter County. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in, get started. By the way, if you are in the area and you want one of these, we do have extras, and we'd be more than happy to go ahead and give you one of those. So just let us know if that's something that we can help with. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to shrink myself down here and come on down here to the corner. And we're going to go ahead and navigate around your guide to roundabouts. So what we have here is kind of the back page. Let's go over into the middle of driving the roundabouts. And I'm going to just go right through talking about this, and then I'm going to give you my perspective from this. All right, so getting started, turning right. Approaching, be in the right-hand lane unless otherwise marked on the roadway and use a right turn signal. Very important. Use your turn signals in these roundabouts at all times. If you're making a right out of the roundabout, please use your turn signal, because you want to let this traffic over here coming in here, you want to let them know that you're making a turn and not continuing through like you see over here. So use that turn signal to let people know, be courteous, let them know that you are going and making a right. Also, if there is a car on the inside lane like we see over here, and they happen to want to make a right-hand lane from the inside, or a right-hand turn from the inside lane, you want to be courteous as well and let that car know that's over here next to you that you are making a right-hand turn. And if you're not, turn that left turn signal on. You want to be as safe as possible and notify everybody what your intentions are when in these roundabouts. I can't tell you how many times I'm sitting in that roundabout and nobody's using a turn signal, and I have no idea if they're going right, left, going around, or what they're doing. So please, please, please use your turn signal at every juncture of navigating through these roundabouts. So circulating, keep to the right hand or the outside lane of the roundabout and continue to use your right turn signal through your exit. Do not change lanes. So stay here in the right hand lane as you're going through. Exiting, stay in the right hand lane as you exit the roundabout. Okay, so that is turning right. Going straight ahead. So basically you're not going straight ahead per se. That's just going straight like this. You are continuing through the roundabout. They're using two vehicles to do this, okay? So this inside lane now is potentially going this way, or as you see over here, continuing around. And you see how the white lines and the dotted lines are in the roadway? Here's a live view of what one of those looks like. So I took that with my drone, and I wanted you to get an idea of what a roundabout looks like live in the villages. Okay, so let's talk about this. Going straight ahead. Approaching. You can be in either lane unless otherwise marked on roadway or posted. Circulating. Stay to the inside of the circulatory roadway if you entered from the left-hand approach lane, or stay to the outside if you entered from the right-hand approach lane. Do not change lanes. When you have passed the last exit before the one you want, use your right turn signal and continue to use it through your exit. I'm gonna say do one thing extra and use your left turn lane if you plan on not making a right turn. That's only extra precaution, letting traffic over here know what you're doing, and your inside traffic, letting them know what you're doing if you are in your, and that's either lane, right? Because actually, potentially, this inside lane could continue around and go through. You want to be courteous and let everybody know what your intentions are doing. As you exit the roundabout, be aware of vehicles traveling on the outside of the circulatory, that's this outside lane, that may continue to circulate around the roundabout. So, we're going to come back to this. I'm going to talk about this inside lane going right, okay, with another car in the right-hand lane. We're going to come back to that. Turning left or making a U-turn. All right, so approaching, be in the left-hand lane unless otherwise marked on the roadway, and use a left turn signal. Always, again, use that turn signal. Circulating, stay in the left-hand lane of the circulatory roadway until you are ready to exit. When you have passed the last exit before the one you want, use your right turn signal. So that's coming around here, left turn signal, left turn signal, left turn signal. Letting people know coming that you are going left, you are not continuing straight. And now you want to use your right turn signal to let these people know you are coming into this. And you can see how your dotted lines take these people on the outside lane right through the exit there. So, when you have passed on the last exit before the one you want, use your right-hand turn signal and continue to use it through your exit. Do not change lanes. Stay in that inside lane. Exiting. As you exit the roundabout, be aware of vehicles traveling on the outside of the circulatory roadway that may continue to circulate around the roundabout. Okay, if they do though, they're gonna have to come across this white line. All right, so let's talk about that for a second. To avoid conflict, do not use the right-hand lane to make a left turn through the roundabout. Do not use the right-hand lane to make a left turn through the roundabout. Okay, I cannot tell you how many times people in this right-hand lane will continue to go through across this dotted line. You could see they have a red line, and if you're on the inside lane, you've got the green lane to go through. All right, so This is very complicated, and this is why I've made this video, right? So let's talk about it. Approaching roundabouts. Reduce your speed and prepare to yield to all traffic in the roundabout. So if you're over here, you're yielding to anybody who's already in the roundabout. Guide signals provide guidance for approach street locations, not lane use orientation. Okay. Choose your lane. Approaching a 2-lane roundabout. Make a lane choice according to the following rules. If you intend to exit the roundabout more than halfway around, use the left-hand lane, or I call it the inside lane, right? This is your left lane, inside lane on the roundabout. If you intend to exit the roundabout less than halfway, so that this is really less than halfway, this is halfway, this is 3/4, and this is 360 degrees, but less than halfway is an immediate right. So if you intend to use the roundabout less than halfway around, use the right-hand lane. They want you always to use this right-hand lane to make a right turn out of the roundabout. If you intend to continue straight through, use either lane unless signs or markings indicate otherwise. Okay, so that says, a little contradictory here. So it says, if you intend to exit the roundabout less than halfway, use the right lane. If you intend to continue straight through, use either lane unless signs or markings indicate otherwise. This says if you intend, move up to the entrance line and wait for a gap in the traffic. Do not enter next to a vehicle in the roundabout, as that vehicle may be exiting at the next exit. Within the roundabout, do not stop except to avoid a collision. If you have the right-of-way over entering traffic, keep moving in a counterclockwise direction. Do not change lanes in a roundabout. A striped channelization island is present in several roundabouts, which reduces the circulatory roadway to 1 lane, approaching a single lane exit. Okay, so best practices. Do not change lanes within the roundabout as you exit. Do not overtake other vehicles or bicyclists within the roundabout. Be aware of other vehicles in the roundabout. Follow pavement striping and arrows for guidance. This is extremely important. Follow pavement striping and arrows for guidance. Exit roundabouts with caution. Yield to emergency vehicles before or after the roundabout. Do not stop in the roundabout. And I would add where they said over here about stopping in a roundabout, unless it's to avoid an accident, right? They forgot to put unless it's to avoid an accident. Yield to emergency vehicles before or after the roundabout. Do not stop in the roundabout. Give oversized vehicles room because they may need both lanes to maneuver. Indicate your exit using your right turn signal. Not once did they go into here and say about a left turn signal. I would tell you absolutely without a doubt, if you're in the right-hand lane and you continue and you decide you're going to continue through, whether it's through here or it's keep on going around, always use your turn signal, left and right turn signals, okay? What I would tell you too, you see the striping in the roadway? Be very careful. I would say, look, if you plan on making a right turn, all right, an immediate right turn, stay in the right-hand lane. Can you use the left-hand lane? Yes, you can use the left lane. You can see how the striping in the pavement, which is what they were talking about, guides you through. So, Going back to here, if you are in the right-hand lane and you're going across this striping, be cautious and yield, because this inside lane may continue to go right. I have seen that many times, and I have seen many people in the right-hand lane continue to go straight around. And that's where you get your accidents. That's exactly how you get accidents. This inside person is following around, and this outside person in the right lane wants to continue to go straight through, and there's a collision here. What I would say about that is the way the striping is guiding traffic. If you have, let's say, a car already in the roundabout, coming around and coming through here, they have the right of way. They have every right to be coming through and making a right-hand turn. They should have their turn signal on, but if this person in the right-hand lane in the outside lane decides to go straight, and then this person over here who's already in the roundabout is coming around to make an exit, and this person in the right-hand lane crosses this white line, there is going to be an accident, and you want to avoid that. Pay attention to how these white lines are striped in the roadway, guiding traffic through. You do not want to be crossing this line as a car in the right-hand lane or the outside lane and crash into a car that's coming through and making a turn out of the roundabout. So that is what I wanted to tell you today. Actually, I have seen a couple of different scenarios where this stripe right here continues to go around, and this is all open, okay? So this continues to go straight through this line. This stripe goes along with this, which really opens this lane up and allows this car to go right on through with no obstruction. So be very careful about the lines that are down on the pavement, and make sure, because I'm going to give you a couple examples right here. All right, so here's one example of what you've seen on this pamphlet. Now here's another example of what I just said, where the striping is different. So please be careful when driving through these roundabouts. So hopefully that was helpful for anybody who's planning on visiting the villages. I'm going to summarize and say, use your left turn signal as well as your right turn signal at all times, letting everybody know, oncoming traffic, traffic in the roundabout. You want to let everybody know what your intentions are. Please, please, please use that turn signal. And also watch the way the striping in the pavement goes, because it's not always consistent with what we just saw in this brochure. So there you go. Hopefully that will help you all avoid accidents in the roundabout. The last thing I want to tell you is, if you are a visitor here, you have no business in your golf cart on the roadway. I have seen people in golf carts, and you can tell the rental golf carts, the ones that people have rented, they're white, they have numbers on them. So you know that these people are not familiar with traveling around in the villages by golf cart. There are some golf carts that are licensed and tagged for the roadway, and a lot of them will say street legal. I have got to question the sanity of anybody who does that. Why are you going to take a golf cart, which 90% of them don't have seat belts, they're all open, And you're going to put and they don't even go the speed limit. The speed limit's 35 miles an hour in just about all of the villages. Why would you want to drive a golf cart that most of them go 18 miles an hour? The high speed motor in some of them go up to 27 miles an hour. They still don't match or meet the 35 mile an hour speed limit, and you have drivers out there who will be irritated and aggravated at the fact that you are not going with the flow of traffic. Folks, you have no business out there, and you are running a severe risk of getting very seriously hurt. And I've seen it. I have seen people hit these golf carts. I've seen golf carts hit cars, people turn in front of them, especially in those roundabouts. Those roundabouts are very dangerous, just alone in a car, but if you're in a golf cart, doesn't make sense to me. You're risking your life in your golf cart, and you've got people out there, they just feel like they have, they feel like they're entitled. And they go out there and they get messed up. And then they want to sit there and, if somebody cuts them off or whatever, or doesn't see them, they're flipping them off, they're cussing them out, they're yelling at them. You have no business in that roadway. And I'm just telling you from my point of view, I've been in the villages 23 years now. I started in 2000. I have seen a lot of accidents, seen a lot of carts on the roadway. They're not going with the flow of traffic. They're impeding traffic. They're impeding the flow of traffic. You're just going to make people mad. And it's 35 miles an hour, folks, on a road that quite frankly should be 45 miles an hour. You have a 4-lane highway going through the villages. Anywhere else, a 4-lane road would be 45 miles an hour. They keep it 35 miles an hour in the villages only for one reason, and that reason is to allow golf carts to drive on the road. Because by law, golf carts are not allowed to travel on a road that has a posted speed limit above 35 miles an hour. So, the village's developer has kept the speed at 35 miles an hour on roadways, like I said, should be 45 miles an hour. And let me tell you, nobody does 35 miles an hour on these roads. Everybody's doing 45 and 50. And again, if you have a golf cart that's doing 18 to 27 miles an hour on these roads, doesn't make sense. You are only putting yourself in harm's way, and especially during rush hour when people are trying to get to work and people are trying to leave from work or whatever. You have older people in the villages who really don't see very well, just be honest with you, and it's just not smart, it's not safe to drive your golf cart on these roads. So I'm going to end with that, okay? So I want to thank you so much for watching. Ira Miller, the Villages Expert with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got a lot out of this video. I hope it keeps you out of harm's way. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put them right here at the bottom of this video. We love your comments. We love to hear what you have to say. I want to thank you again for watching. If you're not yet a subscriber, please go ahead. Hit that subscribe button and the notification icon so each and every time I make one of these videos, you'll get notified about some great information that I'm coming up with for you. So thanks again for watching. We look forward to seeing you in our next videos. And by the way, if you are coming to visit, like I said, we'd be more than happy to meet with you. We have these brochures. We have maps of the villages. Just stop in, see us. We're at 510 County Road 466 in either the Villages or Lady Lake. Our brand new office, I Am Realty. We would love to see you. We'd love to provide you with more information. And if you're looking for a home to buy, we're here for you. Thanks so much, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.